You right, guys? Just waiting for BlazeX to join, then we'll get going. So he's here. 2 seconds. I've invited you to speak and co-host, mate. There we go. Can you speak, mate?
Hey Scott, thanks for having me. Do we want to wait or do we want to start right away?
It's recording, so we'll do an introduction first. We'll give it 30 seconds. Then we'll start, mate.
All right.
There's already about 50 people anyway, so we'll crack on. And obviously, it's being recorded for people that couldn't join. So, welcome everyone today to another AMA with BlazeX. This was the project I actually used to create the main token. So, it's a pleasure to have you here. Yeah, do you want to just give a brief introduction of yourself, Navid?
Sure. Thanks again, Scott, for having me. Yeah, let's just get started. So first of all, I'm Navid. I'm 27 years old. We actually from Swiss. We are the BlazeX team. We have deployed a bot, a Telegram bot, which can help you to deploy tokens through the bot. So you have like custom tokens, normal contracts, Apple revenue contracts is actually a typical a new contract one, but we have added those already. And as you guys maybe don't know, money main or money token was the one who have deployed also through the BlazeX deployer bot, which had a successful launch. So you get like some free exposure if you launch like through BlazeX deployer bot. We have actually one another. I think it was Kiji, which was also deployed through the BlazeX deployer bot. So everyone who don't have any coding skills or any skills to deploy a contract and want to have like customization and token contracts, they can always deploy for the BlazeX contracts. We have like burning fees, we have reflection fees, we have marketing fees, and we have all these settings like max buy limit, wallet limit, and everything else, which you can also use before the deployment, but also you can change those post deployment. So every time you want to do something, even if it's announcement, you can all do that with the BlazeX deployer bot. And yeah, it's been a while since we made an update. I think in the last week we had an update with the swap, BlazeX swap, and now you can like buy through BlazeX swap bot tokens, which you want, like let's say you want to have like BlazeX tokens or anything else like Ethereum, Bitcoin. It's supported on both chains right now on Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum, but will also be deployed on other chains as well, so people can buy it through other chains as well.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. I was going to say, yeah, you you have done a lot. Like since obviously I launched my token for yourselves, and I just want to say how like, easy it was to do. And yeah, I've seen quite a few other tokens launching through your platform as well. Just got to say to them, I'm still using it now, and I've just done a 0% buy tax event on the main coin, and literally all you have to go into the Telegram, literally press a few buttons, and it does it automatically. So if you have no technical knowledge whatsoever or any contract skills, you can literally create your own project and control it by yourself. So yeah, I've actually used it firsthand, and it is an amazing bot, to be honest. And yeah, so if you swap bots launched now, so how does that work, mate?
Thanks, Scott. Yeah, so we had also some trouble, as you know, before that with the deploying, but I'm happy that you say it's pretty easy for you as well. And That's what it counts, right? So people can deploy through our BlazeX deploy bot and use it also through some customization. If there's no developer behind it, or if there's no like technical team, it's easy to use also for normal people or for traders. So yeah, of the swap, we have actually deployed the swap last week. You can buy through Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, various of tokens. You can input on the first, like on the top, the token you want to use to buy it or sell it. And like example for on the top you use like Ethereum, on bottom you say BlazeX, and then you just buy like for Ethereum you insert the numbers of tokens or you insert the number of Ethereum in that, and it will calculate how much you get for the Ethereum, or it would calculate how much you need to put into that amount. Like if you say, okay, I want to have like 500k BlazeX tokens, you can put it there, and then it's automatically calculating through Uniswap or PancakeSwap the amount you need of Ethereum or BNB to buy those tokens. And we have actually an update. I think it's coming today. And we are really happy to announce that we actually almost ready. I think maybe today or maybe tomorrow we will have the sniper ready, and it will be also included in that bot. And the sniper bot will also use, like, you can change the gas limit. You can say, okay, you want to have like high GY on the launch, like when the token is going live. Then you have like you can change the GUI and make the gas limit higher. Then you can snipe tokens, but you can also we are adding also a function when the pair is created or when the trading is enabled, and people can just buy through that sniper bot the tokens. So you don't need to just make a custom order, and then once you set that order, it's like saved in that bot, and then you just need to wait. And once the token is going live, it will snipe. Of course, it can fail, but if you have like high gas limit and high slippage, you can also do like unlimited slippage. You can just buy those tokens. So we have like this sniper bot pretty much, I think, today or tomorrow already, and it will be also included in the swap. But we will also make an announcement for that. And yeah, it's been a while since I know people are like, you have like your own token right now. I know main token is also putting some increase, incredible marketing on that side, and it's really looking good. But I mean, for us, for our team, we have discussed it, and people are always asking for marketing. Even if you give them marketing and the price is not increasing, they always ask when marketing. But for us, it's like more the development part. And once we have like the stipe ready, the swap ready, and the fair launch bot ready, which is also coming, we had like some. We are in the testing phase. We had some troubles also finding some issues there and there, and we want to make it perfect before releasing it. Also, security encryption and all that is also included in that bot. But we are really, really almost ready to release both of these bots. I think pretty much we can release both bots in this week. So you will be also able to deploy through BlazeX deployer bot, and then you can start your fair launch bot through the BlazeX deployer bot. And once we have like those bots ready, like the swap bot, the sniper bot, and the deployer bot, there will be also more bots coming or more features coming. But when then we can say, okay, we are more concentrating on the marketing part and say, okay, development team, we can always decrease the people. Like we have like 6 people right now working on the development part. We can say, okay, it's going to be only 2 people, and then we can use that money which we have to push some marketing, and then push like the marketing bot more, and get like more callers, get like more influencers to push the marketing bot. And also our bots after this, like after the fair launch bot, after the sniper bot, we have like the deployer bot, we have the swap bot, we have the sniper bot, we have the fair launch bot, and we have the marketing bot. It's like 5 bots which we have put in work in just 2 months. And
Yeah, it's amazing, mate. Honestly, I've been watching the development, and obviously, I bought into your pre-sale, and I've actually bought tokens after. My tokens are just staked because obviously you can stake your tokens for BNB. So I've just been watching you grow, and you are totally right about the market at the moment, and people saying when marketing and stuff like that. It is a waste of money at the moment. I'm lucky that I've got some friends that like don't really charge me. Like David Gockstein coming to my Telegram last night, and he did it as a friend. But some of these callers are charging like $5,000, for a few tweets, and yeah, it might give you an initial, pump, but then it dumps even harder because people panic sell. So you're doing it all right. You're better off getting the development like secure, and then doing marketing when the actual market's doing well. The sentiment in the market is absolutely shocking at the moment. There's no volume anywhere really, so you're doing the right thing, mate. There's no point wasting money at the moment.
I think once you deploy your own token, you will see like the struggle everybody is facing in development part. Sometimes we have like luck, sometimes it's like really big hype. BlazeX had some good hype at the launch start at the when the bot was all increasing and we went to 1.7 million market cap, and then always people were investing and say, oh, it's going up. People were way more active, but once the prices start to going down, people always say, okay, it's going to die, it's going, the hype is fading away and all that. But if at the end of the day, if you still stay there, if you keep delivering, and if you keep building utilities, it will all pay off. I know a lot of people, a lot of developers in the space just giving up too quickly, and this is the biggest issue in crypto right now because you know most of the people are concerned. If there's like some people always say, okay, you need to be more active, you need to be more present, and some people say do daily voice chats. But if I just go there, or if my team is there like every day doing voice chats, we don't can move forward with all this development part. Of course, there's like people always saying do some marketing, and as you said, there's like so many bad marketing conditions, and there's like some people who are really scamming us for this marketing money. Like if we pay like right now we don't have that much volume. We have like $50,000 or $20,000 right now for development and marketing. But if we just put like five good callers or six good callers and put all that money into the callers, they might give it, like you said, a good pump. But then the momentum is fading away, and then you don't have the money to do some news, to do some utilities, to do some depth of development. And this is like the biggest issue right now. People are always asking for too much money. If you know, like normal people, like a software engineer, is or they earn like $4,000 or $5,000 per month, and then there's like some caller or some influencer saying, okay, I'm doing one tweet or two tweets for $4,000. And what he's asking for, he's asking even for a draft. He's not even doing any research. He's doing this tweet and then he's just gone. And he doesn't care about his investors, and he doesn't care about his followers. He just to do this tweet because of the money. So what I'm saying is, we more focus right now on development, and once we see like all the utilities are working, it's going to be way easier to market the product, I think. I'm pretty sure it will be like that because there's like, as you know, so Scott, you have been since the start, and you know that there's like a lot of tokens coming out, and people say, okay, look at this token, look at that token, but most of the tokens just going to die after the 1 week. You already also know those, like you already have witnessed those. I think every crypto investor have witnessed those, but with those who have like really utility and really working on something, I think those will having a benefit. And when once the bull market is coming, even it doesn't need to come to the bull market, but once the bull market is coming, I think BlazeX is going to reach like new heights. I really have the vision to reach like 1 billion market cap of BlazeX till the next year. We have pretty much developed everything in our ecosystem, and then we just focus and concentrate on marketing, and then push and push more marketing and push our bots more. And once people see what we have worked on and what we have delivered, and all these utilities are working, we will also have like a dev release, like when you have a token launcher through the website, and then when you connect to a wallet, connect to your wallet, you will have like all this information into that website, so you don't need to use Telegram, and you are like more safe than using connected wallet, because I know people are always scared to use like private keys. But there's also swap coming through our website. There's also launchpad coming up through our website, and we have like more and more ideas. Also OTC trades, like people always having like issues to buy. Let's say somebody is selling like Shiba Inu, and he doesn't want to sell it on a market price, and he doesn't want to dump on his friends. He can always say, okay, I'm going to do some OTC trades between two people, and then there's like also escrow there, which we are working on. And like this is also another utility we have been working, and we have been pretty much releasing in this month. Like in October, there's also another bot is coming. So I think every month there's like a new bot coming into our ecosystem, and our ideas don't stop here. And there's like more and more coming, and there's more innovations coming, even new innovations which weren't in crypto. We just make crypto more easier to use for everybody, you know.
Yeah, no, 100%, mate. And I'll be completely transparent. Obviously, I have used your bot firsthand. And obviously, I've seen what people can do with no technical knowledge because I haven't got any technical knowledge to do with contracts and stuff. So, more or less, in the ball run, there's going to be lots of people wanting to create projects, and you know how much developers charge. And once the developer actually does your contract, can you trust him 100%? Like, it's always been done by a third party. At least if people do contracts through your bot, they're already pre-audited, and then they get the support. How easy it is just to change the tax, and they're still safe because they can only be set to certain taxes and stuff like that, so they are safe. But it just gives people an easy way to control their own project without having to pay these developers stupid money. So I do think it's going to be massive, to be honest, mate. And you've done a really good job. You literally non-stop deliver. And I know it's hard when the price goes down because every project I'm in is in the same boat. I look in people's Telegram groups and it's everyone blaming the developers when it's not the developers, it's it's the community dumping on them. Do you know what I mean? And the developers are getting the blame, but they're still delivering. So I do feel sorry for you because obviously, I see how hard you are working with development side. But yeah, keep up the good work, bro.
People are always scared when there's like some big dump happening. Like there was somebody who sold like 27 BNB, and then there's like always people saying, "Okay, I see only sells. I see only, yeah, I see only sells, but no buys." And then there's no like nobody is doing any research, and then they just if you go on BSC scan, there's like transfers to other wallets, and then there's like some early people buying, or even those buys, or even those guys who are selling probably now are mostly selling for a loss. And most of the people always say if they see like a big sell, they always accusing the developers they are selling. But I mean, crypto isn't like really safe for the most people, right? Like, I can understand them. I can understand at this point sometimes those people who are concerned about the project if they has like if we have like and if we don't show up all the time in the chat. But I mean, every week I would say we have like pretty amazing updates. So right now, as I said, we have like the sniping bot update. We can't like post like every day some announcements and say okay, tomorrow this, because there's always delays. We have actually thought we will launch like the fair launch bot in the last week, but now we have like another delay because there's like some issues in that in some contracts, or in some like some minor issues though, which don't save the token contract, which make the settings more harder to use and everything and all that. And we are always looking to fix those issues. And once we have fixed those issues, we will release our bot and our apps and everything. And we want to always say, build a safely used ecosystem. Right now, we have also like the player bot. You can't use more than 30% buy and sell text. It's going to be decreased to 15%, so nobody can be scammed. Then there's like soft contracts which having like a 30 days lock limit, so you need to lock like 30 days your contract to use that contract. And for the fair launch spots, you have to use like 70% of the raised money for liquidity, and the liquidity lock is minimum 3 months. So when we raise even a fair launch or a pre-sale in our fair launch bot, you will have like some limits. Of course, we can't prevent people to rock, but we can always give the people who are investing a bit safety, a bit security there, and say, okay, those guys who are investing, they at least get their tokens back, like they get the money. The token is launching, and then they can do whatever they want to. There's like a sell tax maximum of 15%. There's a minimum lock of 90 days. 70% of the raised money is into the liquidity, so people can always sell. People can say, okay, I'm going to buy or sell, and people are for the next 90 days at least safe. And we are also, I know people were asking about the chain, and we were also thinking about to build something like a safe chain. We thought about building a safe chain which is actually a bit centralized, but it will be preventing like everybody from bugging. So once you have like deploying tokens through our chain, you will not having the ability to withdraw your liquidity for 90 days, and all these addresses are um, like if somebody is pulling a rock, if somebody is pulling in 90 days big rock, the wallet will be closed and everything. Of course, it's centralized, but we are thinking like doing something like this because it was never built like this. And every time a new chain is coming out, you saw like Coinbase and Base Chain came out, and then there was like Bald Coin, and then they rocked like 200, I think 50 million. I think it was 50 million of dollars they rocked, and then they just didn't put liquidity back and everything. But if we build like something like to be to something like a chain, but a chain to be safe to invest, and all those tokens coming out, it's going to have like a lot of volume as well coming out. But then it's also centralized. We want to keep building crypto. Crypto is all about decentralization, so it's pretty hard and pretty struggle to build such environment or such ecosystem.
I do agree. I do agree with you in a way. Like crypto's decentralization, but the thing is, most people actually don't want it to be decentralized because, like, just like you're just saying there, it is safer the way you're saying. And if you can, I think investors would actually rather be safe than it be decentralized. I don't think many people actually do care, which is a shame, really, because that's what crypto is about. But end of the day, I think it's a great idea. I'm not sure how it would work and stuff, but if it's stopping people from getting rugged, then yeah, you got a good idea. So are you going to do that, or is it just a thought at the moment?
It's actually just a thought. I just need to talk with the team and everything, and maintaining just the chain. I think it costs like it depends on the traffic you get on the chain. Or let's say you have like 10,000 of users, or let's say 1,000, you will pay like I think around 5,000, $6,000 per month just to track those nodes, just to maintain those nodes and maintain the traffic. So if we build like the chain, it's just a thought right now, but we don't say okay, we are building it right now. But it's just, as I said, it's out. If we have like a lot of people in the bull market who are using our ecosystem, and then maybe one day we get enlisted on Binance, maybe one day we get enlisted on major exchanges. I think it's going to happen, but with time, and once we have like everything coming up, and everybody is using our ecosystem more and more, and we have like more revenue created, and once we have like a lot of volume, once we have like created a lot of um, in our ecosystem, and people are using our bot, and people are deploying, as we made some calculations before. Let's say somebody is deploying, people are deploying 100 token contracts, and our bot, there's like probably like 10 Ethereum coming into our marketing wallet or into our wallet per day. And then that's like 300 Ethereum per month, which we can use as well to maintain that chain. But right now, it's just uh, a dream. Let's say like this, because right now we don't have the volume. It's all about capacity. You need to always play with that money, work with that money, so the volume is still coming in, so the marketing money is still coming in. Of course, we have raised a lot, but most of the money was added to the liquidity. Like 60% on the BSC chain was added to liquidity. On Ethereum, it was like 95% was added to liquidity. So you need to always make some calculations and see if it's working or not. But maybe one day we are building the safe chain to make the crypto space a bit more safe than it is right now.
No, that's great, mate. And to be honest, sometimes less is more, though. So what you're doing at the moment, in my opinion, is going to be massive in the bull run anyway. Like obviously, at the moment, you're only, not many people are looking at making projects due to, the volume in the market at the moment. I was lucky. I've launched and it's done all right. The volume's not the greatest, but we've got good holders and stuff. Um, but a lot of projects that are launching, which I've seen, and I've been in a lot of pre-sales in the last week, they're literally just dumping below pre-sale price, and the volume's just dead. So I think once the markets turn and the sentiment comes back, I do think you're going to have a lot more people using your bots to create their own projects, 100%. Because obviously, we're partnered now. So once the markets turn back up, I'll get you back on, and we'll do like a promotion to share about how easy it is to create the projects and stuff. If you look in my Telegram group at the moment, people are already saying how bullish they are on you. Someone just said they got to buy BlazeX. So you're doing a great job, mate. It's just about getting exposure. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, I've been with you from day one. You can tell everyone here now. I've never asked you for a penny. I've bought my own tokens. You paid me at the start a little payment, but no tokens. I've bought all my tokens myself, and I've supported you like an influencer should. Whereas you've paid a few other influencers, and they've just literally just left you. So that's the difference in the space, isn't it?
Yeah, man, Scott. Like as I said, most of people are not real, but you are a really good guy. You are always like asking for like if you want to help us. If I need something, I always tell you this, and you always trying to help me. You know, and I know you have been. We have hired you before that. We paid like everybody here. Listen, who is listening? We paid like him 5 BNB, I think, and then he was just ambassador, but he's like putting so much work. He's more worth than 5 BNB, and he put so much money as well from his own pocket. Even the 5 BNB we gave to him, he put it in the pre-sale. Even I think Scott is one of the best influencers so far I have worked with, and of course, we are. I wish you all the best, brother. Also for your token, and I know you have been putting a lot of work, and I know you have been pushing all the time your project. I have been witnessing all these partnerships, but you know, people on crypto not really patient. Then they just sell off, and then you just try to push your own project, and then like people don't really care what you are doing, you know, and this is like the biggest problem in crypto. If people would be respecting more some developers in the space, it would be like more bullish, and people would be like developers would be more motivated. But I think don't think like you are the guy who are really caring about like when people talking shit. Sorry if I say that about you. You know, you're just doing your thing. So this is like the best thing you can do. If you just say okay, if the people sometimes in this in the space you just getting like hatred, and there's like a lot of people are saying bad things about you. But if you just keep putting this like all this work to nonsense and then just arguing with those people, you will lose at the end, you know. And
Yeah, mate, they're the biggest drain of your energy. End of that, I'll be honest, I'm very, very lucky. I've got, I don't really get much trolls, but I've seen so many people get trolled and, get depression from it and stuff like that. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks of me. End of the day, I am who I am, and I'll always say it how it is. So, end of the day, there's not much people can say to me to make me, obviously, if you ask any of my community, I'll listen to anyone. Like, I never think I'm perfect. Like, even today, this AMA was meant to be on the Telegram group, but all my community says, why don't you do them on X? Because obviously you get a lot more exposure. So I thought, you know what, let's try it. And that's what we've done. And we got like 200 listeners. So yeah, I'm glad I did listen to my community. It's just about, no one's perfect. It's just about, you know, trying different things. Obviously, the markets are tough, bro. But you're doing well. At the end of the day, your market cap launched at what, 70K or something like that. So you're still like times five up, and the market sentiment's really bad. And we've all seen how fast like the price can move. Like in these low cap market like projects, a few big buys can put you back to your all time high. So I just wouldn't worry about the price at the moment and just concentrate on building, like you said. And then when the market turns, that's when I'd start doing marketing. Because, like you said, people keep asking me to do Dex tools trending and stuff like this. And, it's $5,500 and it brings no volume in this market. And why would I pay Dex tools $5,500 just to trend fake? Do you know what I mean?
of course, man, yeah, I understand your point. I mean, paying those kind of money for those things, it just gives you like 1 day of exposure, for $4,500. I mean, all these people who are charging that much money into crypto, it makes no sense at all. Because why should people pay so much money for things? As I said, like you pay a caller 5,000 or $4,000 to make a tweet, and he even don't do any research for that money. for that $4,000, bro. If you just go for look for some normal people in the real world and ask them, hey, you want to join in crypto, and they have like a lot of knowledge to do some marketing, they will do like way more things for that $4,000 than just doing a tweet, or they do like more research about your token than giving like $4,000 to a caller. I think even if you go to real life world, some type of marketing, even if they don't have to do anything with crypto, paying those guys $4,000, they will help you like 30 days of work and do some internet marketing and better internet marketing, doing some banners, doing some website social marketing and everything. I think this is what we are going to aim for, that we're going to have like some real life companies to work with us, like not really like people who are really into crypto, but people who are really working for big businesses. Because with that money, with 4,000 or $5,000, or let's say $10,000, you can do way more with that company than just paying somebody who is like saying he's an influencer, making 100 cards. 10 of these cards are doing well, the other 90 doesn't do well, and then they say, okay, I'm the god of the influencers, I'm the best, don't fade me and everything else. It's just a weird space
Yeah.
actually, but it is what it is, because people always say, okay, this is the next token, this is the next big thing, this is the next people, and all that. It's just pissing me off sometimes. And this is why sometimes I'm not really showing up in the Telegram, because my focus is more like in development. My focus is to deliver some products instead just chit chatting and arguing with some nonsense, with some people asking for buy competitions, or if some people asking for a giveaway on Twitter. I mean, of course, it's just giving you exposure, but why should I concentrate all of this right now when we can concentrate on this when we have delivered all the products, and when we can concentrate more on marketing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally agree. And the main, like you just said before, the whole market has changed so much since a few years ago. A few years ago, people would hold for like, 6 months, a year, and not even think about it. Whereas now, because people have seen all these people getting times hundreds, like which they don't really get because obviously most of them have sold on the launch, and then they just pretend that they're still in the token because I know a lot of people who pretended to be in my token and other tokens and they sold straight away. So it's just all a load of lies. People are chasing these guys thinking that they're going to get the next times 100 when if in reality, if they just hold the one token that they would sold, they probably would be better off because most of them get rugged in the next token anyway.
That's right, bro. That's right. I mean, I have also I've been crypto since 2017, and I've witnessed it myself. I was investing in so many tokens, and I was like, okay, this is the next token, and then some people were trying to like some people are always trying to mouth it and say, okay, this token isn't good. Then you just creating some panic, you're getting emotional and everything. And but this just changed. I think in 2021, I made some good profits actually from a project I have invested, because I didn't follow like a sheep. If the people just follow like sheeps and say, okay, this is if somebody is flooding, most of the people are concerned, and then they sell. We had like so many FUD just in the past few weeks. Just every time somebody is selling a big amount, Ali, or how his name was, he had like 5 or 5%. He was selling all his tokens, and then people were
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.
saying, okay, Navid is Ali. I mean, bro, come on. You can do better. I mean, why should I be Ali if I still work, if I still am here, if I'm still pushing my project? If
Bro, just listen. There's no point even addressing that. End of the day, he was there pushing from the start, wasn't he? And he kept going on like he was Barry Big Bollocks, buying 100 BNB. And then obviously he was just impatient. And then obviously he sold, and he sold at a loss. So more for him. Do you know what I mean? End of the day, all you can do is carry on building. You can't control impatient people, just like I can't. And you know, if my chart goes down, it goes down. Other people will buy, like because I keep working. And end of the day, the whole revenue model, it burns tokens with buys and sells. So it doesn't really matter to me because obviously it doesn't matter if people buy or sell. The token burns, which makes it more valuable. So I just ignore the people that say stuff like that. Because end of the day, bro, if you wanted to sell anything, obviously you could have rugged ages ago. You raise a lot of money. Why would you risk your project when you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. The best thing to do is just ignore fudders. Because in bear markets, if you look at 99% of Telegram groups, it's all full of trolls, and they get a kick out of it, mate, and they're probably not even invested anyway.
Yeah, I think most of the people don't have a job. They're just sitting in the front of the PC and they just want to be rich into crypto. But if you just be a normal person, if you just say, okay, I'm going to invest into something, then I just turn off my Telegram chat. Sometimes I'm going to the Telegram, asking some questions, joining the AMAs, having some conversations with the developers. Even if the people direct message me, I can always answer them. But if those people have like some kind of brains and they just, as you said, just hodl and just believe in the project, I mean, as I said, we have like delivered so many times. We have built so many products, so many projects come out. There's like fine. There was like Dark Lord. There was like We Smurf Cat. All those things are just meme coins. Even it is Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic Edo, or whatever. All those coins have meme coins, and then they if they can make it, why we can make it? Like money
Yeah.
is a good token for exposure. There's like a lot of projects. Also, it's also a great idea because once you told me this idea, it's actually great because you connecting with more and more communities. More community members are joining the project, and then you're having like AMAs, and you have like a lot of conversation. This is what it all about. What it's all about in crypto space. Community is what it's all about. You can push and push in project, but if you have like nothing, if you have like if you are a meme coin and you don't have any utilities and you just don't have any community you can give up, right? But if you have like utilities and then you just keep pushing those utilities and then say okay, now I'm concentrating on the community and now I'm concentrating on marketing, it can just go north. It just can go up and up. But sometimes like
Yeah.
there's like always I'm always saying when the price is going up, there's always a major dump, always, because people are always concerned. And once this concerning is over, and once people say okay, they have witnessed the first big dump, and then it's going up, and it's going to break all-time highs. I have witnessed a lot of projects doing this. I have witnessed a lot of projects having this big dump, and we are right now at this point with BlazeX at this current state because we were at 1.6 million market cap. Our lowest was yesterday when somebody sold like 27 BNB at 290k market cap. And once we have like getting over this space and getting over this time, and we are like at 700, 800k market cap, and then people are realizing we are mean business. We really are here to push and build a project. They will stay and they will also invest and look forward and stop doing that nonsense FUD and all that.
And also, like you just said, by the time you've gone through this dump and you're in consolidation, you've got rid of all the early buyers who don't believe in your project anymore either. So you've got a lot better floor now. So you don't want someone owning 6% of your supply like Ale did. So it's good that you've got him out now before you've got all your products ready. The marketing starts. You imagine if someone dumped that when you was at 10 million market cap. So it's a good thing that the holder distribution is like getting done right now, and that's what I love about my project. The pre-sale was max zero point 0.5 ETH, and I don't think there's hardly any whales. I think there's one guy who got been buying. I think he's got 1.6%, but he's been buying every day and he's been supporting the project. But that's the biggest wallet. The biggest wallet in our project is the Burn wallet, which is about 3.8% now. Because we burnt like 4.1% in 2 weeks. So the thing is, you just got to keep building in this market. When the markets turn, everyone invests in anything. But at the moment, people are just reserving money. So just keep building, bro.
You're absolutely right, bro. Just keep building, and don't care about those haters because as I said, if you just keep talking with those haters and keep talking, and you're just getting demotivated, and you don't have the energy to talk with those guys anymore. You're just getting demotivated because it's just brainwashing. If somebody is talking to you all the time, this nonsense, you always like, oh, okay, maybe he's right, maybe he's doing this, he's it's just going to your, he's making you depressed. That's what I'm saying, because sometimes I just read the chat and then I just put my phone away, because sometimes I'm reading so much nonsense and then I'm like, okay, just taking the phone away. One day it will all play off. One day it will just go up, because, as you said, some couple of buys, some bigger volume. Let's say, okay, sometimes Binance Smart Chain is retweeting, or CZ is retweeting anything from BlazeX, and then you will see like 1 million daily volume, or even Elon Musk posting about BlazeX. You know, I have witnessed also sometimes this, you probably too, when a coin made like 2 or 3 million market cap in just 1 or 2 hour, 2 hours, and it can always happen. It can always happen. Just because the volume is right now low, people are always hitting their heads. One time they see this and they say, "Okay, why did I sold this coin? It was like a gem." And then they see it's going up, and then they just investing. They sold like a foreign market cap, and then they just reinvesting in 5 million market cap, and then they sell it again when it's going down again. Those guys, they never become rich. They never make money into crypto.
Yeah, I totally agree. I've seen so many chasing, like people selling the coin, then going straight into another meme coin, then literally getting like rugged straight away. It's just the meme mentality, and people are just chasing the next thing. And it's the easiest way to lose all your money. By keep chasing, like I'll watch someone like literally sell a project which was down like 20 or 30%, go into a project which was 4,000% up. Do you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. The mentality is ridiculous, mate. But no, it's really good to have you on, mate. Do you want to? Have you got anything to end it with? Do you want to just say what you bring in, or do you want to just give a closing speech?
Yeah, just as I said, just keep believing in projects. Believe in Scott as well in this project. I wish him all the best. He has been killing it in crypto space as well, and he has been a pretty loyal guy. So yeah, just if you believe into something, just hold it and don't sell it. Just hold it, and sometimes it will play off. If you have a good feeling, and don't get distracted by some people who don't believe in it. If you say, okay, I believe in it right now, don't say I won't believe in it in the next day just because some people are starting to fight, and you say, okay, because I think there was like people like this. I think Ali was also one of those guys who was actually a big supporter, and then one day he just changed because I think people brainwashed him. This is what I want to say. I don't know if you want to take some questions here, Scott.
Yeah, if anyone's got any questions, feel free to request, and I'll get you up.
Okay, Jack Lee and Pat, you want to unmute them or?
Yeah, I can't see anyone requesting. Do you want to? You're the co-host anyway, so you.
I'm just going to do this. Give me a second, Jack Lee. Jack, are you here? Vadi also, and Pets as well.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Jack, I can.
Thank you. My question is your project has great features. There must be an experienced team behind. Can you tell some about your team and their experience in the market? Thank you, sir.
Sorry again, I didn't understand what you said.
You want to know your background of the team, like, so what's your background?
Oh, okay. So I have been in crypto since 2017, and I have started to build in various of projects back in 2000, end of the 2020, pretty much when Uniswap came out. And yeah, since then I was like building um, more than like a project organizer, like somebody who was saying, okay, build this and that, and I found like a good developer teams for the years, and I have also built like swaps and everything and else, and I think one of our best products or one of our best projects went like to 370 million market cap in the bull run, and yeah, that's pretty much about my background. But we always looking like for more. I'm more like a team player, I'm not like a single player who say, okay, I like this, because Everything in an ecosystem doesn't work by your own. You need like having a team. And since the last years, I was like having a lot of people joining our team, and I have a lot of knowledge made. I've learned from lessons. Like I said, I was also a trader where I've sold many tokens because it was going down, and then I was just FOMO at coins, which was green, and this was the biggest mistake in crypto. But I have learned, and yeah, that's it from my side, I think.
Yeah, that's a great answer. Wade is here. He's been supporting me as well. He's a really nice guy. Did you want to ask a question?
Thank you, Scott. What's going on, everyone? So my question would be is, where do you see yourself within the next 5 years? And I'm also gonna tell you, not everyone in this space is actually about the money. Like me myself, I help out people just because I want to help. Because I've been there too, where nobody really um extend their hand. So if you want promotion, just reach out to me and we'll talk. Literally, I won't charge you anything, just to help out. But yeah, where do you see yourself within the next 5 years?
Thank you. I think in the next 5 years, uh, that's a good question. For crypto, I think it's going to be a nice way to the next 5 years. I think I would say I will be in the 5 years. I can say I have made it, not in money wisely, but in the milestones I have created, like in for myself. I have always made some milestones because we always run for these milestones in our life. If you don't set yourself milestones, if you don't set um, any milestones in your life, you don't have like a sense to live. For me myself, and next 5 years, I think Blazes is going to be one of the top coins, probably one of the top 100 coins. If we keep building like this, and we're going to keep building like this, we will have like new innovations in the next 5 years. A lot of I think next year, pretty much, there will be another bull run coming into crypto. Then there was like a bull cycle coming, and crypto is like having like mass adoption. So I also want actually to open office as well in Swiss, and to having like a store where people can invest into crypto. I know people have been struggled to invest into crypto, and also inventing like new apps and new apps for the ecosystem. And as you said, it's not all about the money. You are 100% right, because I have lost so much money in back in 2018, back in 2020, even 2021. I lost a lot of money, but you have learned like a lot of people who you can trust. I also learned like a lot of people who were snakes as well, who were saying, okay, they are like your friends, but they are not your friends. But you have also learned like a lot of people. You have learned like people who were in the way group, and all these people were holding a coin to zero. Those people, you always know you can trust them because they have not dumped on you. They are always with you, even in the bad times. Even if they had like money, we had like people who were at six figures back in 2021, and then all these people have lost it, and then they have like four figures left because they didn't sold, and because they were scared to dump on the other people in that way group. So, I mean, as I said, it's not all about money. It's all about crypto. Is also about the people you have known. I'm pretty happy to know as well Scott, because Scott is also one of those guys you can trust and hold it at coin and say okay, or you can even give him money and say okay, he's giving you back the money. I think sometimes even in the crypto space, it's easier to give somebody money than in a real life world. It's for me, but maybe it's
Yeah, I agree.
No, and I do too. But what I was gonna say is, look, from what I heard, I literally heard the whole AMA, and it sounds like you're trying to build something great within the space, something that it's not out here. It's just like the main token. The reason why I support it, other than also Scott, gave me a big push and I appreciate it. But it's also because it's unique, So just like your project, I see the same thing. And I like to help out projects that actually has real use case on like a lot of projects out here, they're just a meme coin. They got a frog, a dog, and that's it. And that's all they're really worth. So, like I said, if you want to, just reach out to me. Already follow you, and we'll work out the detail. Don't get discouraged and continue doing what you're doing. All right, Scott, thank you.
No worries, mate.
Thanks.
Yeah, to be honest, or anyone who's got any queries or anything, all they've got to do is go into the BlazeX Telegram group, and you can see what they're building anyway. Like it's not like they're just here saying they're doing something. They've done it, and I'm I'm here, and I've actually done it. I've used their products to create my own projects. So, if I can do it, anyone can do it. Do you know what I mean? So, no. Fair play, Navid, and honestly, mate, you are doing a smashing job.
Oh,
Thanks. I can also give it that back. Do we got any us who is asking questions or want to ask something?
Snake's got his hand up, or Godwin. So, Snake, do you want to do first?
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. So about your partnerships, like what new partnerships are you planning to building this year by the end of this year?
Is that to Blaze X or me?
Yeah, to BlazeX.
Go ahead.
So we are looking more for partnerships with more marketing projects, like with more influencers as well, but also consulting, like giving us some views how we can increase everything. Also, like having more social marketing managers, so people are like having somebody who's tweeting on Twitter, being more organized. It's just for me, it's just a bit messy right now. Sometimes because sometimes I talk with the developers, and if you have like five of the development team, then there's like some you need always track what they're doing. It's sometimes hard to track, and then there's like people test this, test that, and yeah, we're always looking for partnerships. We're always looking for bigger partnerships. Also, we had actually Nules from Binance who was interested to partner with us, but they asked like for 3% of the supply. And I think over the time we will have like bigger partnerships, also with exchanges and everything else. But it's all in its time. Once we got this time, we can always build those partnerships and work on those.
Yeah, great answer, mate. Uh, Godwin, do you want to do a quick question?
All right. Thank you, Scott. Yeah, I have a quick question. So I want to know what's the BlazeX team size and what's the plan of the team to keep BlazeX running efficiently for the long term? Because nowadays there are a lot of new tokens that will spring up. Within few weeks, they are done. They are all gone to the dust. What is this team plan for the long term to keep it running efficiently for the long term?
Our plan is actually to release like more utilities and more features, and we have like released so many things just in 2 months. And our next plan is just releasing more and more utilities. So we have like pretty much more features coming up. So we have like a flow of news, a flow of ideas or new features coming in our ecosystem, but also pushing more marketing as well once we release like the sniper and the fair launch bot as well.
All right. Okay. That's nice. That's nice. Let's say
Thanks. Blueberry, you got
Yeah,
us.
sorry. Let me just quickly
Oh,
let me just recap something. Yeah, Godwin, this project's actually been around for nearly 2 months, mate. So it's not a few weeks old, but I know exactly what you mean. But yeah, all they're going to do is keep bringing utilities out, and then once the market picks back up, a lot more people will probably be using the bots. So yeah, Blueberry, do you want to do one?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, my question is about regulatory challenges. I want to ask how will your platform ecosystem navigate the regulatory challenges and ensure compliance with relevant laws, especially in countries where crypto regulations may differ?
Well, that's a tough question actually. Regulations are pretty much important, but at this point, we never thought about this actually, and we will have like privacy and a lawyer pretty much looking into these because you are right because we deploying there's like deploying tokens, there's like also a launch pad where people can raise money and everything else, and there's off ramp solution coming so people can always pay with crypto cards and invest into a token with our swap. So we have like a lot of things planned, but we need to talk about this at a later point once we get like pretty much speak talking with a lawyer and get all these things to run with. I think right now it's not important at all because it's all about decentralization and people are always decentralized because identity are hidden and stuff like this. But once the SEC and everything wants to be involved into decentralized projects, I think then it's art. Or even if you go into Binance, then we can discuss that. At this point, I didn't think about this actually. I think most of the projects didn't think about that, but it's it's a good point actually. We need to figure out this as well. So what we got next? Pat, you wanted to talk? I don't know if we talk with Snake.
Yeah, yeah, I'm good. So I've been with you guys for, well, since a few days when you launched. Amazing project. Most people don't understand the technology over it and how powerful it is, especially here in the PH where they are signing a bill to actually help crypto technology in this space right here right now. It's very amazing. Can you please share with us more information on how people can use BlazeX for fundraising? Because most people don't understand how good it is, especially on how they can use BlazeX to leverage everything in real life as well using your project.
Of course. So there's we raised our money actually about with the pink sale pre-sale, and it's going to happen like the same. Right now we will deploy first with the fair launches. Later you will also can list like small presets and list like preset rates, but it's just you can just create a token with the deployer bot, and then you can just start add liquidity, or you can just start fundraising. Then the fundraising, you just add like the token contract, and then it just fetch the data, and then it's like fetch data, sorry, and then you just go into the next part. You can just set like the max buy limit, minimum buy limit. Just give me a second. I'm just opening the app right now, and I can give you like more information about that one. 1 minute. So yeah, you have like create a fair launch. You can also import as well. So you have like let me explain the role menu. So you have like Telegram, the fair launch bot. You have like owner menu and you have user menu, and you have like create for the owner menu you have create a fair launch import wallet. My pre-sale, it's and preset settings, and preset settings you can always finalize the pre-sale and create a fair launch. You can set up Telegram logo URL. You have even a preview URL, so you can once the people are looking on the user menu on the tokens, you can always see that preview on that menu. So people can always see, okay, if they want to invest in the token, there's like all the details, soft cap, hard cap. There's actually no hard cap involved because you just set an amount of tokens, and then it just spread it to all the holders. It's just, as I said, like fair launch. A fair launch is working like this. If one people is buying 1,000 of tokens, he gets like the 1,000 of tokens for the amount he have investing. Let's say he wants to invest one BNB, the $1,000 is investing to that. One BNB is 1,000 at this rate. If two people joining the pool and the other people is also investing one BNB, this amount, $1,000, spend it separated between 5,000 and 5,000. The market cap is going higher. So the more people are involved into this pre-sale, and the more people are investing into that pre-sale, the bigger the market cap, the higher the market cap. So, but the people are getting equivalent of tokens. That's what the fair launch is about. But at the end of the day, we like at the next update we will also have like pre-sales where you can also set a pre-sale rate. I know Money Token was doing this actually, where you can also set the pre-sale rate and the market cap of the token, and then people can buy this amount of tokens. But it's just good for the deployed token. So you have like deployed through BlazeX deployer bot, and then you want to raise a pre-sale, you can just raise a pre-sale, and people can just buy through the BlazeX deployer fair launch bot. They can also send the Ethereum to that wallet. There's like two options. The first option is for the people who have imported the wallet. We made it pretty simple. For the people who have imported the wallet, they can just buy through it. They just show the amount, and then there's like you're buying right now this amount of tokens, and then you get the tokens. Of course, it's going to change if more people are joining, but you can also send the amount to a wallet. Like there was like a lot of hype coming in into the crypto space in this year, because there was like a lot of pre-sales. There was like Ben.Ethereum, there was like BitBoy, and everybody else. I think it was Paulie, who were investing, who were having a wallet, and people were sending into that wallet. But as I said, if you don't have imported your wallet, you don't need to import your wallet. You can just send the amount of tokens, send the amount of Ethereum or BNB or whatever into that wallet, and then you get like the amount of tokens once the pre-sale ends directly transferred to your address. And this is also another cool feature we have added in our fair launch bot. So this is like the hardest part. We are actually um, right now finishing it, because the people who are sending it, it's just a bit hard to calculate those amounts because they don't import it the wallet. They just have the amount who have sent in and everything else. So that's why it takes like more time for testing. And it's not just deploying a token to test it. Um, Having a fair launch, investing into a fair launch, and everything else, it's just having like more and more test stuffs than deploying just a token. I hope this explains everything. But let's say you raise like 100 BNB in that pre-sale, people are getting those tokens. After you click here finalize, you can also refund this, like PingSay does it. But you can say, okay, you want to have like the 100 BNB. You don't want to have the 100 BNB. You will have like 70% must go to liquidity. So 70 BNB is going to liquidity. The lock limit is 90 days, which is also locked for the BlazeX contract. And then people can just lock those for 90 days, the amount, and then people can start trading. You can set the settings and everything else, and start to trade your token. It's just a security measure we take. Like 70% of the liquidity needs to be locked, so people don't run up with the most of the money and say, okay, I'm just going to add like 10% of the liquidity and run away with the money. I hope this
Yeah,
explains well.
that's amazing, mate. A great answer as well. All right, we're going to take one more question because I've got to go. I've got my son's got a chest infection today, so unfortunately I've got to shoot off after this one. But Mr. M, do you want to ask the last question, bro?
Hope it gets well soon. Sorry, Scott, to hear.
No, it's fine. I didn't want to cancel, mate. End of the day, I'm not like that, and um, obviously my son comes first off everyone, but his mum's got him at the moment, so it's fine. But yeah, I didn't want to cancel on you. So, Mr. M, if you want to ask one more question.
Hi there. Hi, Naveed. I think you might have answered this one just in the last question there. But just to clarify, so is there security features in place for the fair launch for protection for investors?
So you can always cancel like a contribution. Let's say, okay, you want to have like a 100 BNB, or let's say, okay, 100 BNB is bad. Let's say you have invested 5 BNB and you don't want to have the money back. You can always cancel that. You have like 10% of fee to cancel those. We are still figuring out if we just put like 10% of the fee or not, but it's important to do that because people can just fake raise their money. They can say, okay, I'm going to add like so much BNB, and then at the end of the pre-sale, they just pull the BNB out. But this is one security measure for the investor. The second security measure is like the liquidity funds. The contracts are right now, actually, the contracts you can use like any type of contract right now. You can add like any type of contract, even if it's not basic. So you need to do some research on your own, but there's like contract address on your own. We will add actually good point that you mentioned that, because we need also add some security measures at this point, because if people adding a honeypot contract and then it's just honeypotted and nobody is going to, everybody can buy it but nobody is going to sell it, it's going to be have like some hard stuffs. But let me figure this out actually, if we just use like BlazeX deployer bot or not. But everybody just needs to do their own research as well. You know, you can always raise also list a token in that pre-sale or in that fair launch bot, but it doesn't mean you need to buy it, right? But we always looking forward to do some security measures. It keeps it safe.
And this is what I'm telling people: just because people see a token being launched on your platform doesn't make it safe. Just like people don't go onto Pink Sale or whatever and just buy any token. Obviously, you have to do your own research on any token. You wouldn't just go and buy a token just because it's been launched on BlazeX. Like obviously, BlazeX don't endorse the tokens. Like people don't just. You shouldn't just buy a token because it's been launched there. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's right, Scott. Yeah, so I think that's it. There's like one guy who's just picking his hands all the time.
Yeah, yeah. All right, get him up, mate.
Okay, one guy, Noor, he's always trying to raise his hand. This is the last question, guys, because Scott needs to go. I also need to go. So, Noor, what you got to say? We get you up here. Noor, you can talk now. Noor, is that the high five, or do you want to talk? You can talk now.
He was doing like about 100 emojis, but now he doesn't
Yeah,
want to
yeah, I
talk.
just saw it.
Now we'll leave it there, mate, and we'll get you back on another time.
Yeah, I think he doesn't want to talk. Okay, so that was a high five, I think. Okay, Scott. Yeah, thanks for having me as well, and hope you get your son gets well. And I wish you all the best. I hope you got also well because your feet. How's your leg doing? I mean,
Oh yeah, I've still got to go back. I've got to go back in 3 weeks, and then hopefully they'll take the cast off. But yeah, it's getting better, mate. Thank you. Just gives me more time to work. But yeah,
yeah,
thanks a lot, bro, and thanks for everyone that joined as well. See you in a bit, guys.
see you guys. Thanks.
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.